Welcome to Keith and the Girl. I'm Keith Malley.
I'm Danny Vega.
Danny Vega. I love Danny Vega. That's the truth. Good to see you, buddy.
Good to see you, man. Good to see you, Keith O'Malley, as one of
Thank
my
you.
listeners called you.
Thank you. Well, they get it. I think they're joking though, but they get it. How are you today?
I'm good, man. It's a beautiful day in Los Angeles.
All right. Are you
Every
are you getting into it? I feel like some days it's too much. Some days you don't miss New York for a second.
it's weird because it's just like you've got to find people here. I think we're all kind of celebrating this guy. What happened with the guy, the CEO guy.
Oh yeah, we'll get to that. Yes.
Yeah,
And
well, no, it's like top of mind for all my New York friends. Like
sure.
we're texting, we're laughing, and like I went up to my friend. I'm like, "Yeah, I just made a video about the big news," and she's like, "What big news?" And I'm just like, "Where are you? Like, I
Right.
don't know what world you're in."
It is fun when we all have one thing to gather around. A missing shooter
Yes,
that you don't know how you feel about just yet. You know?
yes.
I'm having a pretty good day here. I made chicharron, pork belly, in the air fryer. So easy, so good, so inexpensive. Brown sugar, white pepper, sea salt, soy, garlic, white vinegar. Done. I love a air fryer. Do you have one? If not, get one.
I've never heard you be so domestic. Yeah,
I'm
man, I got an
so
air fryer.
passionate about this.
You made chicharrones for not for lunch. I hope,
Well,
right?
I
That's
eat it. I
heavy.
eat it all the time. It doesn't matter when I made it, but yeah, I don't give a fuck.
You
Sure.
ate fried pigskin for breakfast, bro?
Yeah, bacon.
I
Did you have bacon
guess.
for breakfast?
That's fair. You got me there.
No, I didn't have eggs with it or anything else, but yes, very, very good. And a few days ago, I put all my money into Hawk Tuah coin, so I'm very excited to take a look at that later on. So
Oh
we'll see what
God.
happens. Yeah, very exciting. I see Ben Stiller here says woke America killed edgy comedy. We can't have edgy comedy anymore, says Ben Stiller.
What is this a take for ants, you small brained
This is ridiculous. Meanwhile, he has a
so
Christmas
lame.
movie out that's streaming called Nutcrackers, and his sister in this movie has four kids. She has to go away for whatever reason. I don't know, health things, mental health. He takes care of these four kids, and he just can't do it. They say, "Oh, we're gonna make chicken." Well, actually, you have to take the chicken from the farm we have out back. So you see him running around like Rocky trying to catch a chicken. Hey, how do I get phone service here? Well, actually, you have to stand in the middle of the lake. Well, that's weird. So he stands on a raft in the middle of the lake. Oops, he falls in. This is what we got now because of fucking woke culture. These people would never make something good and then go, maybe he saw the movie. He's like, I'm going to blame it on woke culture. It would have been so much better.
I think so. Like when was Ben Stiller ever the pinnacle of edgy comedy? I think he just means like rape jokes, like cheap,
Right.
like no one's like, oh yeah, I saw Ben Stiller and it really changed my views.
I
No, you
guess what
didn't. You said
there was that one with Jack White. I guess that was edgy, right? Jack White and Robert Downey Jr. Robert Downey Jr. His character wasn't
oh,
actually an
Tropic
Australian,
Thunder.
pretended to be
All
black.
right,
Yeah,
yeah.
Tropic Thunder.
Tropic Thunder was good. I think Tom Cruise is the best. That movie made me like
Mm.
Tom Cruise because he
Okay,
like kind of makes fun of himself. He's very self-serious.
right. I guess. But yeah, so he can do edgy shit, but not now. Now you got to do stupid fucking Christmas movies. My brother Ken just told me about this Jack Black movie. Speaking of him, called Dear Santa that's streaming, and I saw. He goes, "This is very good. You'd love it." And I see the promo to it. Does he know me? This is embarrassingly bad. The trailer. And I'm like, oh, look, a kid wrote to Santa, but misspelled it and wrote to Satan. They're Satan. Well, now Satan has to get involved in this kid's life to make three wishes or some bullshit. And so Satan runs into somebody, and there's like a runner, a guy, obviously effeminate and vegan, anything we're supposed to be like, oh, bullshit. And Satan doesn't like his attitude, so he makes him shit his pants. That's in the edgy comedy. That's in the trailer, and I'm like, dude, Satan made a guy shit his pants. He goes, I thought you'd love that. No, how about you love that and don't put it on me? This is bullshit. And then finally the score comes out from Rotten Tomatoes, 29%. And I go, hey, Ken, look at this. And he goes, oh, I'm very surprised. Then your brain must be blown constantly. And how about an apology that obviously you're wrong? It's like, can you cook a steak? There's a right temperature to cook a steak. And if you like it well done, you're wrong. That's a fucking fact. It's medium rare. Look, Google it. So it's just weird. It's in my family that this movie's good, and I don't think I like it. Love it yourself, but leave me the fuck out of it. That's what I'm passionate about
30%.
today.
Maybe he was
29%.
saying
Yeah.
like you deserve mediocrity. Maybe it was an attack, you know?
I saw somebody write all the generic Christmas movie starter pack includes "Girl is classy, guy is blue collar." You lost yourself when you moved to New York. That phrase.
Mm.
I had such a crush on you when we were kids. A guy builds or fixes something. A kid or old person says, "I told you so." And of course, the phrase "Meet me in town square and I'll know it's real." Do you get into these holiday corniness movies? No, right?
No.
You're a human, right?
No, I hate all this stuff.
Yeah, yeah. Well, everybody, welcome to Keith and the Girl. This is where I complain about very petty things. It's episode number 3875, as a matter of fact. And we do get edgy and we do get controversial. I'll tell you something about me if you're new to Keith and the Girl. I break my pasta before I put it in the water. I don't give a fuck.
Mm.
The
Is
company
that
did it.
is
Why can't we do it? Italians supposedly go nuts. Like, don't you break it. You're supposed to twirl it on your fork and splash it all over and slurp it and then bite it off when you're ready and let it fall on your plate like a gentleman. Apparently, I'm some animal for cracking my pasta first.
I think you're an animal for eating pasta and chicharron for breakfast. That's crazy. That's a lot. I
Do
have
you,
a slurping story for you. You know, in
yeah.
Japan, it's considered it's like good. It's like a compliment almost, or like a norm to slurp. Like
Mm.
that's fine. That flies. So I had heard that, and then I went to this like diner at like 5 a.m. and people are there slurping, and I was like, "This is crazy. Like this is polite. It's okay. I'm surrounded by slurpers." But then I sat right next to this guy, and he would be like, and I was like, "I'm pretty sure there's no way that's part of the etiquette." Like,
Right.
yeah.
Let's see what else. What else to let you know that this is edgy and controversial. I don't mind that Biden is pardoning his son. He did drugs. He had an illegal gun. Who gives a fuck? And when you have rapists trying to hire rapists as your leaders, I don't know. This doesn't seem so important to me. What do we think? Do we give a shit? Or does it say, hey, maybe some people
Yes.
are above the law? It bothers you?
Yeah, it bothers me. Fuck that. There should
Okay.
be no part. There's just no pardoning, or
There's
if
no
there's
rules
pardoning,
anymore. So let free your son. Who gives a fuck?
no, it's corrupt, Keith. It's two sets of rules. There's rules for the normal people like you and I. I mean, not like mentally health normal, but
Sure.
income normal.
Right.
And then there's a different set of rules for the rich people, and it's bullshit. I think the pardoning system it's too king-like. I don't like it. It's not American, and Hunter needs to serve time for what he did, even if what he did does sound kind of fun.
Uh, oh well, we have he did some drugs and is upset. People are upset that he's being pardoned, and our health secretary is now bragging that he uses heroin to concentrate. So okay, that's RFK Jr. of course. Okay, all right, okay. A Tennessee state senator was arrested on a DUI charge after he was filmed allegedly failing a sobriety test following a hit and run crash. Representative Ken Yeager, 77, the GOP's Senate caucus chair, was caught on camera stumbling as troopers tried to make him walk a straight line. This is in Georgia. Yeager smelled of alcohol and admitted to being involved in a earlier wreck. Don't say you know. Yeah, it was a hit and run. Now that yeah, my honesty, can I? There's a cop like just tell the fucking truth. We'll get you the fuck out of here. Oh yeah, it's a hit and run. All right, you're arrested. Shit,
Can I
check
go?
me.
Ah, yeah.
We have Pete Hegseth, Trump's pick for Secretary of Defense. Did you see that his mother is against him? His own mother.
Oh my God.
This was let's see. The his mom wrote, "You're an abuser of women. That's the ugly truth, and I have no respect for any man that belittles, lies, cheats, sleeps around, and uses women for his own power." This is Penelope Hegseth. You use it for your power and ego. You are that man and have been for years. And as your mother, it pains me and embarrasses me to say that, but it is the sad, sad truth. For you to try to label her as unstable, your second wife, for your own advantage, for your own advantage, is despicable and abusive. Is there any sense of decency left in you? She did not ask for or deserve any of what came to her by your hand. Don't you dare run to her and cry foul that what she shared with us. That's what babies do. It's time for someone I wish was a strong man to stand up to your abusive behavior and call it out, especially against women. These are going to be our leaders. On behalf of all the women, and I know it's many you have abused in some way, this is his mom. I say, get some help and take an honest look at yourself. Yeah, I think it's okay you did drugs on camera like a dork.
I think the mom has to sign off. I think if you're going to be a politician, your mom has to endorse you. I think that's
Yes.
reasonable.
Yeah, they forgive so much. You know, they think it's part of them, and they stand up for all your bullshit. Come
If your
on,
mom doesn't support you, then you can't be trusted.
right? And then you need everything's so crazy. You need these little distractions. So when either Spotify or Apple Music gives you your music rap list, what you listen to all year, I'm like, that's good. That's a fun 5 minute reprieve from this bullshit. Oh, I did listen to that. You're right. Did
I
you
love
check
it.
yours?
Oh, yeah. Well, I gotta say, I don't know what happened this year. There was a lot less numbers, which actually made me feel less crazy because, like, last year I listened to the same song like 700 times, and I was
Yeah.
like, all right, that's a little. Um, but do you get excited and you go, oh my God, this song, and it's like you literally listened to that song all last year, but for some reason
Right.
you forgot it for a
Right.
second. Oh, this one.
Well, in my list is a fan white noise again, so that's at the
And what?
tops.
Oh, I love the white noise when I sleep.
Apparently, I had a streak going. Yeah, it is fun because your phone kind of fucks up a lot. I had the so when they do something fun like this, I'm like, okay, that's why I pay $1,000 for it. Um, the timer was buzzing, and I go, Siri, stop the timer. No, I said, Siri, stop the alarm, and it keeps
Yeah.
buzzing, and Siri goes, you do not have any alarms. I'm like, you semantic fuck. You know what's worse than a robot? Semantics. You put these two things together, we're fucking doomed. You did not say don't stab you before I leave, you fucking robot. God damn it.
Pedantic Siri. Well, that's the crazy part is we're seeing all these AI. I see an AI story every day. AI is going to kill us all, whatever. And then Siri doesn't do anything right. Anything. You
Right.
know, like I turned off whatever, what is it called? Cellular or whatever when I was
Yes.
in Mexico. And then I was like, hey, Siri, play this song. And it was like, that song isn't in your library. And I was like getting so angry. I'm literally screaming
Yeah.
on the street. And then I realized, oh no, it's just not connected to the internet. But Siri's too stupid to just be like, I'm not online, bro.
Siri, well, I'll open a song. I've been using Apple Music for a long time. All of a sudden, they try to play it on XM, Sirius XM, and I'm like, why? Who?
Ugh.
Oh, yeah, there is.
Oh,
Yeah, there
you
is
know what,
something
Siri?
wrong. Yeah, there is something wrong. Look into it.
Stay out of this.
Yeah, there's something wrong. I have you on silent, by the way. She's on silent. She wants to know, be clear that something's wrong.
She's an overbearing mother. You know, get out. We're not talking about you, mom.
But I know you want to hear from me. A number one song. The phone does know that I got a new girlfriend this year. Number one song is Gwen Stefani. You're my favorite. But I've been there, done that, bought it, tried it more than I can count. Shook it, stirred it, broke it, smoked it more than I can count. Oh, but out of everything, you're my favorite. I tried a lot of things, but you're my favorite. Apparently, I heard it over 100 times easily.
I mean, that's not as crazy as me, but I don't know. I'm just so obsessed with like In Love Keith. It's a lot. It's
Number
so deep.
two, I Like the Way You Kiss Me by Artemis. This was on Obama's summer picks. I got that. I like the
TikTok
way you
song.
kiss me. Yeah, I
That's
could
on
tell
my
you
list
this.
too, bro.
Is it really?
Yeah, that's in my top
It's
hondo.
so good. And it's funny that it's on Obama's, just hearing the lyrics. They're trying to be romantic. I'll hit it from the back just so you don't get attached. And I'm like, oh, Obama. Okay.
Oh yeah.
All right. Beautiful Things is number three. Benson
That
Boone.
was my number one. That was my number one. Oh
Please,
my God.
I want you. I need you. Oh, God. Don't take these beautiful things
Beautiful
that
thing that I've got.
Whoa. Look at us.
Wow, man, we connected on beautiful things. That's so
Yeah.
embarrassing. Did you look him up? He's like 20 years old.
Oh, really? No.
He's so young. I was like, wow, this man, this old soul.
Number four, Need You Tonight by NXS.
I know
Slide
that one.
over here and give me a moment. Your moves are so raw. I got to let you know. I got to let you know. You're one of
Oh,
my kind. You know this.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
do.
yeah, yeah. That's a
You know this.
classic, right? That's a classic.
And then number 5, most listened to song is my poker hype music when we do Keith and the Girl chats on Wednesday. And it's Bishop Briggs, Champion. You gotta get bruised before you get mad. You gotta fall down before you fight back. Was feeling weak, but baby, I'm strong. Little did I know I'm a champion. I'm a champion. Yes. And by the way, we just had poker last week. I let somebody else win this time. You know, let people have fun. I love fun. I can watch it all day. I want to see them enjoy it. So no, I did not win poker this last week, but that was by a choice. Just filling people in.
I have no idea if you're actually good at poker because I feel like you're modest about the movie trailers. Are you being faux modest or are you actually good?
I do pretty well in our poker chat room. Yes.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. I've been on streaks, baby.
I seen something about poker. It takes like 1,000 hands for a really good poker player to show that they're better because there's so much luck involved. How do you respond to that?
I'm a lucky guy. What can I tell you? Top songs by month. January, I'm Shaken by Jack White. I
Hmm.
love that one. You got me nervous. February, You're My Favorite. March, Hallowed Ground by Bishop Briggs. April, top song was Need You Tonight. May and June was Out of Everything, You're My Favorite. Death Wish Love by the same guy, Benson Boone, from the Twister soundtrack was July.
Okay.
Then I Like the Way You Kiss Me, August and September. Motley Crue made it in October. New EP,
Coming back.
apparently, I listened to enough times. And November, top song, Fan Noise. And by the way, Siri, you asshole,
Ooh.
I go, hey, play the fan noise some nights. This happened last night. And they go, I can't find what you're looking for. You told me you know it's my favorite. The fucking box. And then they give me some other fan noise. I'm like, I know the picture of the fan box that I like. Come on.
I
Uh,
use a white noise app. You ever see one of these? It's called like Sleep App or Sleep
I know what you
Machine.
mean. Yeah.
And what I love about it is, it's got lots of noises. There's like brown noise, pink noise. There's all these noises.
Okay.
But then there's sounds. I'm like, there's no way. Who is sleeping to this? There's
To a
like
dolphin.
foghorn.
Foghorn.
I'm like, there's no way, man. Who is sleeping to that? Like a retired pirate? What's going on?
Well, it did like one of these in one of these charts. It says, "What's your favorite genre?" or something. It's white noise, and it shows other pictures of fans I never used. I'm like, come on, that's a genre. Top albums: Bad Monkey. The soundtrack. It's very good. The soundtrack to the show that's also good. With Vince Vaughn on Apple TV, and they do all cover the albums all covers of Tom Petty songs. You wreck me,
Mm,
baby.
mm.
I got a room at the top of the world tonight. Eddie Vedder. It's great. Number 2, total best album of mine, Fan Noise. 1 hour of Fan Noise on repeat. 3, Mass
Do you
Slaughter, the
want to
best
meet?
of the slaughter. Like how the fuck? What?
Wow, what a change up. I was gonna
Yeah.
say, do you want to meet the fan? Are you like, would you want to meet him?
Would I want to meet the box fan?
Yeah, I mean, it was your second favorite album.
It
Are you
does.
curious about his work? Have you
I
Googled him,
am
his
curious,
biography?
right?
You know?
I wonder how visual that seeing that fan, but that box fan like helps with my brain. You know, he's like he goes, "Zzzz," and I'm like, I need a picture at least to
I
start
want to know. What's his story?
because he's good. He has this
He's
one down.
good.
Yes. Number 4. I don't know how this is a top album. Bringing Hefty Back, a stand-up album by Jen Kober. She was going to be a guest on the show, and then last minute, something came up. Sometimes she didn't know she needed a computer. Anyway, I only listened to this album one time. Then the top. Do I not listen to albums? I think I listen to albums. I
I
guess
don't.
not. I don't fucking know. Number 5. Tough to admit. Lest we forget the best of Marilyn Manson. He was getting into more trouble with rape, and I'm like, well, maybe he wasn't really that good, and I don't got to think like this guy's good. And I went back, and lest we forget, he was pretty fucking great. But then a new album just
Wow.
came out, and it's not good, and that pleases me very much. So we can hate him like still,
Yeah.
but it made the list, and you know what? I don't know.
I
I got to
mean,
admit it. You know, you see these things on social media where it's like post a third picture in your photo, no matter what it is. Do people really do that? You're
I'm not
like,
doing it.
I got some fucked up pictures. Like, do that during a job interview. Show me your third picture in your photos, please. Yes, absolutely. Okay, and you're not hired. Who plays
Yeah,
along with
right.
that?
I mean, it's probably a screen cap of someone saying something stupid.
Right.
You know. But actually, I got excited recently because I was actually sending someone, images of that nature. And it's been a
Mm-hmm.
long time. Like it's been years since I've had to been like, "Ooh, be careful. Be
Yeah.
careful in the photos album. Don't go left." I felt really cool getting to I haven't said that shit for years. I've been like,
Right.
"Oh, go through. It's my brother. It's dogs. It's fine." And now I'm like,
Right.
"Oh! Oh!"
I've been in a grocery store and something pops up. I'm like, yeah, Jesus shit. I was just trying to find a recipe that I also took a screenshot of. That'd be funny. You're at a job interview. Show third picture, no matter what it is. Well, I'm trustworthy, and here's my balls.
Here's my balls.
Was-
Will you send how many dick pics are you putting out?
My girlfriend's nervous about the transfer, so I haven't been doing it.
I think I've said 4 in my whole life. When they're asked for, I'll send them. I mean, if they really want it.
Right. I have Siri remind me every 3 months to send one.
The quarterly review.
Yes, exactly.
Gentlemen's quarterly.
Top artists in general. Number one, relaxing white noise sounds.
Wait, is that the same? That's the artist of the fan noise.
I guess that's the artist of the fan noise is relaxing white sounds, but it's a different picture than the box fan I use. So I don't know where they're getting this
Oh
from.
my God, relaxing fans. It's so good to meet you.
Imagine the concerts.
Yeah.
And we're like, fuck yeah. You quiet. I paid to hear them say
Yeah.
Number two, Gwen Stefani. Number three, now this makes more sense. Warrant. Number four, Poison. Number five, Tesla. Okay, good. That's fine. I was thinking. Me and my friends were thinking about an idea like Pornhub does a Wrapped of the year. You want to be fucked in a car 623 times this year? I'm like, Jesus, come on, that's crazy. Let's see here. Top albums by month. January was my friend Brother Love. Turned It Up. One of his early albums.
Mm.
February, Gwen Stefani. March, Def Leppard's album Slang. Okay. April, Dark Matter by Pearl Jam. May, Chocolate Starfish and the hot dog flavored water by
Oh
Limp
my
Bizkit.
God, Keith. That's wow, bro.
It's
That's
so good.
I've gone back to Limp Bizkit and I'm like, I can't with this.
You wouldn't get it. I think it's too highbrow for you. You don't get the nuances.
I
Do you know
guess
about the
not.
he said,
The
she said
nookie.
bullshit? You ever think that way? Like, this is he said, she said bullshit.
Yeah. I'm trying to avoid any kind of
People
he said,
better
she said bullshit.
split before they're leaving with a fat lip. Do you know what I mean? Have you ever been rolling?
I have, yes.
Urban or otherwise? Okay. All right. June, Slaughter. July, Jen Kober. August, Ski Cap. What's that? What's that one called? I've just seen the picture of it. What's that? It was a fucking movie. They were ski caps, or at least the main guy does. Keep forgetting the name. I keep thinking ski cap. Anyways, September, Bad Monkey. October, Poison, Power to the People, and November was big, heavy fan noise month. Apparently,
Wow.
yeah.
Well, because November it's starting to get cold, so you don't want an
Mhm.
actual fan blowing.
Right.
So you
That
you
makes sense.
crave relaxing fan sounds music.
When I play VR golf in different courses, sometimes it's windier, sometimes it's raining, and I feel like I can feel it a little bit more. So I hear what you're saying.
You still playing the VR golf, huh?
A brand new course just came out yesterday. It's so fucking
Wow.
good. It's the greatest game. It is worth buying VR only for this game, I think.
It's putt-putt, too.
Yes.
It's not real
Yeah.
golf.
Correct. It's
Are
as
you ranked?
it's golf as fake. I'm ranked the best. It's yeah, it's as fake as you can get. It's putt putt and it's VR.
Yeah.
No, not ranked, but I am good. Me and Liz are pretty fucking good.
A lot of people play this.
I don't play strangers. I don't play any games with strangers.
Okay.
But I have to know you when I beat you. I have
Got
to
it.
know how it's affecting you.
Got it.
Yeah.
Are you good at real life putt-putt? I love putt.
No, me and Liz went somewhere in real life. I'm like, this is not fun. The club is way too fucking heavy.
Oh
I'm hitting
my
the ground all the
God.
time. Yeah, in VR, the club is so light. I got to tell you, it's very easy.
You're gonna turn into one of the people from Wall-E in like the moving chairs that
Right.
just you can roll
I did
around.
my exercise today. I have to stand up to be clear, so something's going on there. They just say, don't sit all day. Oh, it's so good, and it's VR, so the courses are kept up. When I played mini golf, Fucking felts popping off, sides are falling over. You know, the sprinkler that's supposed to block me isn't working and splurts out weird. VR, they're always on top of their shit. Every course is clean nightly.
Keith, you want to go? You want to go mini golf? No, it's not properly maintained.
It's not.
Is
Yes.
that the
Give a
guy you
shit.
are?
Give a shit. Would you ever get into VR?
I would. I mean, I use what is that called? The Apple one, and it's sort of it will put you in Yosemite or the moon and
I see.
various locations, and it made me emotional. I felt like I was really there, and so I started masturbating, and the guy
Right.
said, "Oh, you can't. You're not really no." But
Right.
it was cool to be emotionally, like to feel that I'm somewhere else.
Right. Now picture it's Yosemite, but you can golf in it.
That
Huh?
was really my dream. That was
Yeah.
really
My replay said that the longest listening streak was 45 days. What day did I not listen to any music on my phone?
it was a
You know?
sad day.
That was a sad day. What was going on? Or a great day. Who the fuck knows? But yes, top artist, relaxing white noise sounds. All
Wow.
right. All
I
right.
gotta try it. Maybe it's better than my app, you know?
But you know what you could do? I didn't know this, so maybe this sounds old and stupid. But if on Apple, when you do your get your facts about what you listen to, if you keep scrolling down, there's a playlist of all those songs in order that were your favorite. And I'm like, that is another good song. And that's another good song.
Oh, are you an Apple Music guy?
Yeah.
Oh man, no wonder. No wonder this is all weird,
You
everything you're
you like
saying.
you like Spotify that doesn't pay the artist, right?
Yeah, I don't want anyone to prosper except me. So I that's why I use it.
Right. You and your what's right is right, and Biden's son needs to go to jail. I'm like, yeah, well, who cares if the artist gets money? Says
No,
fellow artist. Right. Okay.
absolutely.
All right.
Um, yeah, well, Spotify makes you like a little presentation, and I don't know, is this year they didn't tell you everything. It sounds like Apple is stepping up though. That's
Yeah.
good. Good for
Oh
you,
yeah.
man.
It takes them a while, but they'll take all your technology soon enough. Don't
You
worry.
don't feel awkward when this comes up?
No, it's supposed to be like an old man thing, right? Like if you use
Hmm.
it, you're not hip. Is that right? I don't fucking know.
It's just the kind of thing where like, hey, send me a track, Keith, and then you go, oh, here's an Apple Music
Why
link,
send
and
an
I'm
Apple
like, that's
people?
rude. I'm like, what are you sending me, bro? I don't have
I
Apple
like that
Music.
you asked me to send you something. Google it.
Yeah, I guess. True.
Uh,
Well,
I don't know. I like that everything's connected. So almost all my shit's Apple, and that's synergy.
wow, look at
Yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah. This one's for who? This one's for you. Us, us. I asked my. So I figure Siri knows how to. It knows the things that I like now. So I go. You know what? Play the best of my music that I like. You don't play no joke. The best of the Wiggles. I haven't been
Uh,
listening to the Wiggles. Cold spaghetti, cold spaghetti, cold spaghetti, cold spaghetti. I don't know. They're still fucking up, but it's fun. Apple was accused in a new lawsuit of illegally monitoring its workers' personal devices and iCloud accounts while also barring them from discussing their pay and working conditions. A complaint was filed in California by this dude who works in digital advertising for Apple, claiming the company requires employees to install software on personal devices that they use for work, allowing Apple to access their email, phone libraries, health, and smart home data, and other personal information. Well, that's not good. You can't be seeing my pictures. Jesus. Apple said the claims in the lawsuit lack merit. Well, you do it or you don't. And that its workers are trained annually on the rates to discuss their working conditions. Yeah. If you don't like it, the doors don't lock from the outside. Sure. Okay. We let
I
them
like
know.
I like I like that the lawyer languages lack merit.
Right.
You're like, are they true? Well, it's not that they're true or not. They're just not very interesting. They're not really worthy of praise, you know. They don't
This
like any like
conversation is boring me. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, we're bored. You know, it's
I,
weird. I had a friend who was involved with this, and he said that
oh, really?
Apple was spying on him, and everyone in my friend group was like, "No, Apple doesn't care about you. That's ridiculous." So now we're all kind of like, "Oh, I guess he was right. I guess they do care."
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I don't need my boss getting bored and checking my pictures one day.
He's gonna know. He's gonna know you love white noise so much.
He's fine. I'd be fired based on my music selections. The Wiggles is your favorite song? I do. I'm doing all the healthcare stuff, like checking on my joints that I've been leaving behind. I had a mole on my back removed, getting everything done these last couple of days. Because who the fuck knows what's going to happen with insurance in a minute? Are you caught up? Are you nervous about your insurance? Are you safe? I got to check on you.
I got fully tested. I got blood tested. I got all my shots, and I'm good. I'm in good shape, and I weigh less than I ever have. And I did have the HPV. I
Okay.
thought I had the HPV. And I cut something off my body, which you're not supposed to do. You ever do something like that? Just do a little
Yourself?
surgery on yourself? Yeah.
What is it like a
It was
bump
like a
and you cut
growth.
it?
Yeah, I did a little nail clipper, hydrogen, what's it called?
Oh
Hydrogen
God,
peroxide
for real?
surgery. Yeah. I cut it
No, I've
right
never
off
done
me.
that.
Really?
That's
Wow.
crazy. This
I
is
guess
like my
so.
brother Ken saying, "You don't like Jack Black and Dear really?" And Dear Satan saying, "You don't really shocking stuff." No, I've never took nail clippers, cut off a growth, and never.
Well, the funny part about it is that I was obviously transparent with my, partners
Right,
about, I have the HPV.
but I
And
cut it
so
out
then
myself.
I cut it out myself. It should be
Right, so
fine,
don't
but they were
worry.
like, so then we couldn't
It's
go
only an
at it.
open wound because I cut it myself with nail clippers. Okay, relax.
Yeah, it's fine. What are you gonna catch? Nails? So she actually, this is the first time I ever done this. Instead of buying latex condoms, I bought gloves.
Ha!
So
To cover up more space.
yeah, it's kind of just hand to hand combat. You know what I mean?
Too. Are you being serious?
Oh, 100%. This
You
is totally real.
so you're using a latex glove for a condom. How does it stay on? Good
No,
for
not
you, I
not
guess.
no, bro, not
You
for
taped it on the side of your.
I made a turkey out of it and then I had sex with a
I'm
turkey.
not sure what's happening.
No, the what I'm really saying is there was no intercourse, Keith. It was just hand jobs. And
Okay.
so she wore the gloves
Oh, she's giving you a hand job, so she
with
wore the gloves for safety.
yeah, exactly.
Gotcha. Okay. Was this on your dick?
It was on the base of it was north of my scrotum. Yeah, it was like on the scrotum line, my
Okay.
ball sack
Huh.
line. Yeah.
Huh. Look at us. What animals? They can't just wait. It's like, no, I need a hand job at least.
Well, it healed clean, but I was like, yeah, technically I have, the HPV.
When do you bring out the gloves?
I just left him out.
Do you put them out like down and like, hey, let's eat some dinner first. There's gloves for later. You'll
Yeah.
see.
Yeah, I said put these on now. Let's just get started. If you get a little food on them, I can just eat that off. It's no
Or
problem.
she starts taking off your pants and then you hand the glove.
Yeah, yeah. Put this on.
Let me just put this on you.
Put
Like
this
it's a
on.
wedding ring, but it's a fucking glove. That's a little silly. I do want to talk about this healthcare CEO shooting. Speaking of, United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson was shot and killed in Manhattan on Wednesday morning in a brazen attack as he walked toward the company's annual investor conference. The gunman remains on the loose. This is day 3 now, and a motive is unclear. But it is pretty clear, though. It is pretty clear that they have his bullets. One shell, at least, that got spent, and another shell that didn't, because his gun jammed halfway through. He definitely killed the guy, but his gun jammed, so they have a one that isn't spent. But both of those have like words that people use that the insurance companies use, like reject. Trying to think what the
Deny,
other ones were.
depose,
Yes.
deny, depose, delay.
They found delay and depose, so they're going to see if they find a deny. But yes, if you were
Hmm.
playing the game Connections, these are all things that the insurance companies say to us to not pay. They love blowing us off, and yeah, like I said, I don't know. Doesn't seem like okay. I don't fucking know.
I thought
I was just gonna say when I was going to the doctors, I had you have to sign something. I'm seeing specialists, and you have to sign if your insurance doesn't cover this, you will have to cover it. I'm like, yeah, sure, okay. I have to say yes, but no. Good luck.
right.
No, I'll tell you before everything you do, insurance has to cover it. No, I'm not paying you nothing ever. Come on, what the fuck?
Of
I'm paying
course.
already. Yeah. What were you gonna say?
Yeah, Oh, no, I thought this was kind of an amazing thing. I mean, we saw this sort of similarly when the what was that called? The Titan imploded. You know, these
The
people. Oh, it
sub,
didn't explode. It didn't explode. It
right?
imploded. There are people who made that their whole personality.
It's whenever the
Um,
news comes out and it's something never heard before, and they act like they didn't see the same fucking article I did. Yeah, Roe versus Wade had to be codified, Keith. You motherfucker! You didn't know that word. No one was walking around going, "This is the Roe versus Wade get codified yet?" You thought
yeah.
it was the law of the land, assholes.
But everybody was sort of like, this is kind of funny, like you know, and there was some people that were like, oh, don't insult the
Every life,
deceased.
right?
Um, and so I went in and I made an AITA post. You guys know my podcast is Am I the
Yes.
Asshole? And so I kind of like, like, oh, like I'm not gonna like be too harsh about it because I was sort of playing the middle when I wrote it. Um, and what was so wild to me is that everyone was like, haha, he's dead. I went on Twitter. I went on Elon Musk's Twitter.
Right.
Same thing. Like this was, I thought it was a beautiful day because I was like, I have not seen the left and the right this aligned on an issue where everyone's just like, health insurance sucks. We hate it. This guy, forget it. Nobody's mad. Nobody's mad at the killer. Nobody across the aisle.
Yeah, it's like a movie. You know what happened? His wife didn't get covered. She's dead. He decided to take a Greyhound to New York, use a fake ID to stay at a hostel and shoot this guy very, very early in the morning. You know that's it's pretty clear why he's doing it. It's because somebody that he loves got got this bullshit coverage. Police also found a bottle of water that detectives believe the gunman purchased at Starbucks just minutes before the attack. Okay, see, he didn't even steal the water. He paid for it. This is personal. He's not just some random psycho. The water bottle could yield fingerprints or DNA, and if police technicians can unlock a phone they found, it may provide the suspect's identity. It's the CEO's phone number. Try that into this guy's
Yeah.
phone. Oh, it's and and then people start making up theories, of course, also, and like it was a planned attack. This guy had to be a professional because you can't just kill somebody in New York City so brazenly. You can. You can do anything in fucking New York City. Living in New York City is like Newman in Jurassic Park, right? And he
Mm.
stole like the security information or DNA, and he gives it to somebody. It's like, here you go, and you can sneak out the back, and we're and do whatever you want. And the guy's like, shh, shh. It's like no. He's looking around at this little cafe. No one gives a shit. And this is the stolen DNA. See, nobody cares. That's what New York is like. We don't give a fuck. Oh well.
Yeah, I saw this whole conspiracy thing. Oh, he basically like this is for life insurance because this guy has top of the line life
Right.
insurance, like he's an insurance guy. And so the angle was like, oh, he was going to be shamed for whatever reason. There was maybe at that meeting or whatever, there was some pending news. And so that he took out a hit on himself. And it's like, okay, maybe, but probably not, bro.
Probably not. At 6:44 a.m., the victim is walking toward the New York Hilton on 6th Avenue. Obviously, there's cameras everywhere. The shooter, who seems to be lying in wait, fires at him, hitting him in the back and the leg. Of course, he killed him. The shooter runs through an alleyway between 54th and 55th Streets. He circles back to 6th Avenue, where he takes an e-bike. Don't you need an account for an e-bike?
Yeah, that I don't understand.
The shooter continues up 6th Avenue and enters Central Park. All right. Now they're checking him out. The manhunt, like I said, is on its third day. They have a picture of him smiling. Looks like Timothy Chalamet a little bit. Smiling during a flirtatious moment with a female employee at a hostel in New York's Upper West Side. He used a fake driver's license to check into the hotel. So maybe he used that same license, maybe, to log into the phone, but then that's tied to your money.
This guy seems so put together. I'm like, I feel like he's one step ahead of us.
Good. Okay. Remember when Mayor Adams, he he did some interview with something. It's like New York is crazy because you never know what's going to happen day to day. It's very exciting. Buildings might fall down. And the next day, somebody's opening a small business. It's so amazing what goes on here in New York City. You might get assassinated. You might see somebody open a small business. Only in New York.
You might find a dead black bear corpse in the park that RFK Jr. left there for no
Right.
reason.
Somebody, this is real, sober. Remembering the day United Healthcare denied a one-night hospital stay for my 12-year-old child as medically unnecessary following heart repair surgery. Yeah, you try to nickel and dime, there's going to be problems. And this just happened, obviously, a result of this shooting. Uh, Blue Cross Blue Shield was saying that they're going to make decisions about cutting off anesthesia for surgical patients. To cut off anesthesia. Like we're just dying for this fucking anesthesia. And then this shooting, and they go, so we thought about it. When you need anesthesia, you can have it.
Could
Thank
we
you, Blue
maybe
Cross Blue Shield.
maybe just err on the side of anesthesia? I don't
Right.
know. I'm not a doctor, but
Uh, Power to the.
at
Uh,
least if they're gonna cut the anesthesia off, play some of that hit artist. We all know him. We all love him. Relaxing fan sounds, baby. Let's
right.
go.
I saw when 9/11 happened, I of course was in New York, and you couldn't get calls out to like 5 p.m. Because they were all jammed, and we had
Mm.
payphones at the time. And I finally got through to an ex of mine. I'm like, oh, 9/11, fucking crazy. You doing okay? Yes, Keith. I moved to Oklahoma. I'm doing just fine. Like, just saying, baby doll. We should. Time's short. We're learning, right? Let's get it on. This person on Twitter, the ball is orange, says, seeing the United Healthcare CEO get shot made me realize I treated you as a deductible when I should have put a premium on you to fully cover the pre-existing conditions of our relationship. No need to reply. I know this is out of pocket, and open enrollment for your heart has ended. Yeah, when you get these horrible things, you always might as well try to go for it. Everybody's connected. Reach out to an ex if you want. Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Get your
Um,
shot.
I went to get so I got this mole removed from my back, and the guy, so the dermatologist, he when he walks into the room, I don't know what my face could have looked like, but I know what his did. And I don't know if you saw these comparisons online, but they were comparing the looks of Matt Gates, who obviously had way too much work done, and the plastic surgeon of Beverly Hills from Escape from L.A., the sequel to Escape from New York. Anyway, this is one step more what this dermatologist's face looked like. Obviously, so much fucking plastic. If you saw the movie A Different Man, he
Oh
looked like that.
man.
Obviously, deliberate, done to himself. Huge fucking cheeks where he can. I don't
Yeah.
think he. I literally think he always sees his cheeks. Like when he's walking around, like there's a little fuzz on the bottom. It's fuzzy because of his fucking cheeks.
It's fine. My brain
And,
tunes him out, Keith. I can see just fine.
so I wonder, I'm like, can you see the fucking mole? Use a magnifying glass. Uh, and so I got nervous, like, just the mole, you understand, right? Just the mole that you were worried is cancerous. I don't need you fucking chopping nothing up. Like, I got very, very nervous. I got very, very nervous. Oh well. But now I can't reach the spot in my back that I'm supposed to, put like Vaseline on and then cover every day. I
Mm.
gotta. So you know what I do? I put a sign when I'm recording on my door that says, don't buzz. And they buzz anyway sometimes. But now when deliveries buzz, I'm gonna make them do my back. All right, you insist on buzzing? Put this Vaseline on my back and bandage it.
Put a little Vaseline
What do
on me.
people do? Like, what do people do that live alone?
This is, well, it's one of the ways the government tries to force us to get married. You know, they give you tax breaks and they give you moles on weird spots in your back.
I see that. Okay, I see that. Getting my knees checked out. I'm excited for an MRI to come back, and I think when they see how bad my knees have been, they're gonna let me have those spring legs. I'm very excited for that. You see these runners with the spring legs, and they're like, "Oh, Special Olympics." I'm like, "That's actually easier. You
I
don't
think
get
so.
joint pain. You're springing all the time. It looks like a sweet life."
Some of the best VR mini golfers have those legs.
Hello, hello.
No brainer.
So we're getting this shit done. We'll see what happens. Megan Trainor has opened up about having too much plastic surgery. So she has a podcast with her brother Ryan. It's called Working on It. And she says to all my fellow girlies out there who are in their 30s, hi, I got too much Botox and I need help. She's the one who's saying all about the base, all about the base. She had Botox injections, but now she can't smile. It always hurts, and she says I cannot smile anymore. Everywhere I go, I cannot smile. She said I was getting a lip flip, which uses Botox to relax the upper lip to make it look fuller. And apparently, this is a big problem now.
Yeah, I don't think it's a good look. I think, I don't know, it's become very normalized to get
It's
all
crazy.
kinds of, what is it called? The Botox, and then it's
Everybody says everybody
expressionless.
right, and you can tell people are getting real plastic surgery, and then everybody's like, just a little Botox. This is the new plastic surgery, and it's too fucking much. And when you see all your friends looking like cat people,
Looks
how do
bad.
it's that important to fit in? Like when you see it and it's not done to you, you know it doesn't look right, but you want to fit in.
It doesn't look right. I do believe though that everyone I think in my regime everyone will be getting a BBL because I think it looks good. It's a nice plump booty and it just makes it more comfortable.
um, the anytime do you when you get your blood taken, does it always come back with a big black and blue arm? I hardly
No,
ever get a
man.
nurse or somebody that knows what they're doing. I got a whole bunch of different doctors. Makes it that a doctor goes to or an assistant is about to put something in my arm and then goes, "Oh, what's this over here? Like it's heroin or something." I'm like, "This is what you do to me, all of you. It's gonna happen
Yeah.
again with you the next day." What do you mean? What did I do? I don't. They don't know what they're doing.
I don't like how they go. She goes, it's really not that much blood. And it was five little beakers.
Right.
And I'm like, what are we comparing to? Like a vampire, like bleeding out? Like it's you are taking blood out of my body. I know that this is your job, but like this is a one of the most traumatic things that has ever happened to me. So can you
Right.
please? It's a lot of blood. It's a lot of blood.
I also don't like when they act like I hate this new thing where they call in your order to the pharmacy. I'm old school. I like pen and paper, and I give the paper. Nowadays, they phone it in literally, and surprise, surprise, it's never fucking there. I'm always calling the doctor back. I'm like, "Hey, it's Keith. Guess what? You didn't send it."
Where is it?
It happens way too often. You know, this is why like people laugh at me because if let's say I'm going to a concert
Hmm.
or an airport. And now you have it on your phone, the QR code. I'm like, every time they buzz, they go, oh, "Okay, you're free to go." And I'm like, I didn't expect that to work. And people are like, "Why wouldn't you?" Why would I? I'm
Hmm.
I'm amazed. I'm amazed daily. I'm amazed daily. Yeah, well, good for that guy. We'll keep an eye on him. Pharmacists. Should we have gotten into that racket?
Go on.
I knew somebody that
Pharmacist
made
racket.
$90,000 a year. This is like 15 years ago. Dina, for those that know, hey, it's Dina. She had an advice segment on Keith and the Girl. It's like,
Hmm.
I want to do a little advice for 5 or 10 minutes. People tell me their problems, and someone's like, should I break up with my boyfriend? I saw a weird text on his phone. Here's the advice. Like, I don't fucking know. Big smoker, drinker, all that. But anyway, 90,000. She's got to make. She's easily over $100,000 now, and the job is a one, two, three. You saw Sesame Street. Now you can count pills. I guess they get their money because everybody argues with them. You're really paying to take these fights, right? Like, well, my insurance should cover it. Well, all I can do is this stupid job where they tell me 10 pills for you, and here's 10. It should be covering it. Or my doctor said, like, I don't fucking know. Thank God I'm getting paid. Every day it's a fight.
I think they deserve it, Keith. I understand what you're saying, and there is an element of, they're the count or whatever, and it's Sesame Street up in there. But we do force them to work at CVS and Walgreens, and I think that's punishment enough.
All right. All right. Do me a favor. Let's do an Am I the Asshole speaking about your podcast.
You wanted to do it? I
Let's
didn't know
do
if you
it.
liked it.
I saw one about Am I the Asshole for revealing a family secret to my husband about his father? This is up my alley.
Well, people got mad at me, Keith, because they said, "Oh, Danny wants to talk about it for too long," and so I want to talk about it more with you.
Please, I'll set your audience straight.
AITA for revealing a family secret to my husband about his father. My husband's father died of a heart attack at 42 on the plane while flying to his home country to visit family.
Thoughts and prayers.
My husband, Joe, was 13 and his sister was 9 at the time. His mother had few skills and poor English. From then on, Joe supported the family after school, By working grueling factory shifts after finishing high school, he pursued a trade and eventually built a good life. We raised 2 children, were financially secure.
Nice.
In the 40 years I have known them, Joe, his sister, and their mother, now deceased, idolized their father and spoke wistfully about how much better their lives would have been had he lived.
Okay.
This summer, okay, Joe's mother's cousin
Okay.
visited from the home country and was shocked to see his parents' wedding portrait in a prominent place in our home. At a private lunch, she asked if they had forgiven the father. At my blank stare, she was incredulous that they didn't know. They
Okay.
didn't know. Her mother was their mother's older sister, and she stayed for months to pick up the pieces after the tragedy. She arranged a funeral, dealt with the finances, and discovered that the father was actually flying to meet another woman.
Oh.
He met her in Canada, and it was to start a new life. He had most of their savings on him in cash. He was apparently abandoning the family.
Wow. I don't know if I told you this story. It seems like my great granddad, he was married. He came to America. This is all I know, but he came to America. He was gonna settle in and then fly the family over, and he took a different name and hid. He started a whole
Oh
new
my
life
God.
alone.
Oh my God. So, anyway, we agreed I should not tell my husband. When he boasted about what a wonderful man his father was, I bit my tongue. I caved when Joe recently was speculating on how rich we could have been owning
Mm.
property that his father would have bought.
Okay.
I broke down. I told him what his cousin said, how his father was perceived by the relatives. Joe was calm and denied it. He admitted he had met the other woman at his father's restaurant. His father introduced her as a friend.
Uh-huh.
Whether or not it was an affair was none of his business. I won't tell his sister, as she's fragile and still references losing her father at age 9 as an excuse for her life choices, financial problems, unstable partner, etc. But the sad reality is that things likely would have been worse if he lived. As it now stands, Joe and I agree to disagree. Cheating irks me, but abandonment is unforgivable. My mother-in-law was a kind, loving person. I no longer want the fairy tale wedding portrait dominating our home. It's built on lies. AITA.
Is she an asshole for telling the husband?
Yeah,
Is what you're
that's
saying?
that's the
It
question.
if no, I think so far. Um, it seems that it was pretty innocuous that the cousin or whatever the fuck shared this, thinking everybody knew, and then she went to him. Hey, what about this? Did you know about that? We talk about everything. I think it's okay. I wouldn't have thought it was a big deal unless he said like I don't want to know, which he didn't. It sounds like right.
Well, the thing that people dinged on more was that they were saying that she should have like sat him down because, she said that she agreed with the cousin to not tell him, but then he did that thing of like, my dad was so
Right.
perfect and we would have been so rich if he had bought this property that we would now own. And then she's like, no, you know what? You know what? And then she finally broke down and just told him. And
It
so
doesn't sound to me like it was said out of spite. Like, quit bringing it. This is really what happened. It just sounds like if I'm kind of leaning towards, you know what? Instead of him thinking he's missing out on something, know that your dad was a piece of shit. Now you don't have to wonder about shoulda, woulda, coulda.
I kind of, yeah, exactly. I mean, I feel like the truth is the truth, baby. And I'm like, the cousin put her in a weird position. It'd
Yes.
be like if somebody told me a secret about your dad. I'd be like, bro,
Right.
I don't want to, I'm not keeping that from, that's none of my freaking
Right.
business. Like I would tell you. I
And
would
then,
just tell you because
yeah,
I don't
yeah,
want to
of
hold on to
course,
that.
then you got to hold on to that. Then other people have to like keep a secret that I don't know about my own dad. This guy would be upset if he didn't know the secret and if it leaked to him. And then the wife is like, well, yeah, I knew, but you like to fantasize about all that gold and that you have to work hard instead.
Yeah, and nobody like I feel like I didn't get enough like because people were like, "Oh, it's so traumatic," and obviously it is very traumatic. I can't imagine losing a parent at a young age. I get it, but I still think it's like pretty wild to be like, "Yeah, we would have been swimming in gold
Right.
if he was here." It's like, okay, that's how you miss your dad. Like
Right. Right.
we'd be on jet skis.
I would want to. Well, obviously, I have the Dead Emails book. I would want to know any fucked up story about my family, my past. I wouldn't know anything about my past. I want to know everything that goes on. Okay, okay. Who cares? That's what he did.
That's what he
All
did.
right. Okay. You don't have to confront him. That's the good news.
No.
He's dead.
No, he's dead.
All right. So I agree with you. It sounds like we agree on one.
I feel so good now.
Yeah. No, your audience is wrong.
There we go.
Yeah. You recently read the Dad Emails book and sent me the nicest, sweetest fucking text. First of all, it's Danny, who I love very much. Saw that I finally put a clip up some time ago from my latest stand-up album, Nice Try Tricksters. And he said, "Oh, I didn't realize, you know, quite frankly, he said it was very funny in the stand-up. I have 17 albums, Danny, but better late than never." And thank you, that was sweet. And then he wrote about the Dead Emails book. Hey man, you make me laugh a lot. The books are funny, and I feel like Danny, as much fun as I have with you, is a curmudgeon. He's not going to rate bullshit. So it meant a lot. The books are funny. When did you write the Great American Novel, the first book? At what age? I said I started in my early mid 20s. That's why I know the quotes in it because it was in real time. Then finished when I was 30. And you said, just being objective here, I don't think I've laughed this much at anything written down. I said, I'll take it. He said, well, there's only 6 or 7 books I have, but anyways. Uh, this was so sweet. I got to tell you. Thanks for taking the time to say that.
It was true, man. I mean, I read like I've been reading David Foster Wallace and other like or David Sedaris, stuff like that. And I mean, I think your listeners, if they haven't, it's like we know you, we know how you talk, and so
Right.
it's just like it's like it's a little bit more rich than listening to a podcast, but I'm still hearing the podcast in my head. I hear
Gotcha.
you yelling.
Well,
I
thank you.
love the rant about Microsoft Word because people were like, "Yeah, try not to use bold or italics," and you're like,
Oh,
"It's in the software. They
right.
put it in the computer."
Right. That was my to the editor at the beginning of the first book.
Yeah, yeah.
So keithandthegirl.com/dad book. You'll see the dad emails book where I catfished my dad into thinking I was my ex-wife, and then he started hitting on his son. Am I the asshole? Sure. And the first book is the Great American Novel, both at keithandthegirl.com/dad book. Sue F in Seattle says, Keith, I got the dad emails book and was going to save it as a Christmas gift for a friend, but I couldn't wait to give it, so I already did. He tore through it in 2 days and is rereading
Wow.
it like The Sixth Sense, and he's looking for clues. It was such a hit. He subscribed to your show now and we have fun things to share as well. Sorry about your family, and thank you for your family. Love, Sue F.
Sorry about your family.
'Tis the season.
Is
Yeah, I think it'd make good gifts. You know, your friends and what or family that have what sense of humor they have, and you're going to be around family that people still do this. They don't want to do it, but they feel they have to. That's the law. Let this just take a little break in the bathroom and read a couple of pages and be like, okay, maybe it's not as bad as I thought.
I mean, it did. I gotta say, the dad emails, like, they're hilarious, but I do want to like fight your dad. Like, it makes me viscerally angry. Like the way he sent you those letters. I
Yeah,
can't believe that, man. Is that what is that behavior? Is he just a coward? What do you make of that?
the letters where what exactly?
When you were a kid, instead of being like, "Hey Keith, I just wanted to talk about your behavior,"
Oh,
you
he would
said that he would
email. Yes,
literally.
he emails the own house, rates it to me, stamps it, puts it in the post office. The post office is like, okay, I guess this stays here again, you fucking
Go
weirdo.
back.
Do I put a stamp on this stamp? Do I cancel your stamp, you fucking weirdo? And then he goes, oh, Keith, you got a letter. And it's about somehow I misbehaved somewhere. And I'm like, okay.
Ugh.
I mean, looking back, I didn't want to talk to you, so let's do this weirdness. I
I'll
st-
fight him.
I stayed in a little office in the house one time, and so when he would mail me, he made it building number one. I was like building or apartment number one.
Oh
Like,
my
what is this
God.
for? Fucking
It
insane.
it'd be so funny if it was a bit. It's like a
Right.
funny bit, but to do it as a sincere, like, chastising thing, I'm like, you freaking freak.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mentioned this recently, but he emailed again and be like, um, now that it's going to be another year or the holidays are coming, whatever it was. He's like, would you like to make peace with your father? He does it in third person, so it's actually not him
Yeah,
saying
yeah,
it, right?
yeah.
Kind of like the old school letters in the mail. Would you like to make peace with your father, or do you want to hold on to some strange resentment? It's like, motherfucker, I sent you the book. You signed for it in the mail. I mailed you. And you know what he said, Danny? He goes, if you check the signature, you'll see that wasn't me. What the fuck are we talking about? Well, but okay, let's say you never got the book, which you did. Are you curious now? If somebody my son wrote a book about our problems, whether I agree or disagree, I'm reading the fucking book.
You know,
Yeah,
it's all there.
it's all there. He has it. KeithandTheGirl.com/dadbook. Danny Vega, his podcast is Am I the Asshole? And I love it.
AITApod.com, got all our links, and Keith is on a bunch of episodes. Keith and the Girl on a bunch of episodes,
Okay.
and yeah, tune in, folks.
There you go. All right. That's everything. Again, one more time, KeithandTheGirl.com/dadbook, 5-star reviews. You buy it off of Amazon. That's where I have these. And if you don't like it, I'm so proud of these. If you don't like it, I'll personally give you the money. The money. How about that? Can't beat that. Can't beat that. All right. Danny, thanks so much for your time. I love you.